Pick it.
The moon drives you to
10
delirium.
seconds remaining. Choose your hero.
Thank you, Cinder.
I don't know. I just this is such a this patch draft for me at the stage that we're at right now. It's like who can make the bigger big boy? We have a Sven with Empower. Well, we have a PA with Blood Rage and Alacrity. They're looking to make these carries into absolute monsters. I think the thing that the panel spent the most time on is the cooldown reliance, and I think that's what's really important here is that when Nigma take fights, they have to invest. It's like a cost-benefit thing where if the fight goes okay or doesn't go amazing, you open up a lot of avenues for this Bloodseeker Tiny that kind of just trashed them last game to play freely, because without these big spells, this Radiant lineup doesn't really look that scary. Like, if you don't have Exorcism and Supernova, your plays are pretty limited until Sven has 3 items. So what I want to see from Nigma this game, I want to see them get off to a better laning stage, get Miracle not as far behind as last game. But I do worry a little bit that whether Magnus Sven are able to pull that off against this lane. I don't think Magnus Sven is a much better lane against this PA Tiny than the... Or sorry, this Bloodseeker Tiny than the PA plus Rubik was last game. But we'll see. Maybe things will go very different this time in this lane.
Yeah, we're going to have a fight for the rune. Toss to start things off. Into the Fortune's End. Kuroki taking a lot of damage with that blood, right? Will survive at the end of the day. So let's talk about this Bloodseeker Tiny combo that we saw last game. Oh! He cliffed himself, Kuroki! On the cliff, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think Toss can reach.
It can if you... It can.
Insania, he's coming up. There's the toss onto Insania, and Kuroki will die. First blooded in the most embarrassing fashion possible. So Liquid already with an excellent start.
It could be more embarrassing than that. He could have also dropped his boots.
Okay, sure. I mean,
and
you can say
then
that
like,
literally any scenario.
Where are my boots?
Well, he's back in lane already, looking scary. So I was expecting something like a Snapfire to come out as a last pick for Liquid as position 4 for something for the egg, but I didn't realize that Tiny was still in there. So Liquid or Nigma let Liquid pick Tiny last. They had the opportunity to ban it. They're not scared of this combo. Do you think that was just an aberration, or are we going to see that?
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like maybe they thought last game that they played poorly and gave too many kills, and it's not just the combo itself, but it's how they did, which I would not disagree with. I think they did not execute too well. Oh, he's actually going to get killed there. And that they thought Medusa was the bigger problem in this build-up strategy. But yeah, in my perspective, I don't think they need more against the egg than this. I think you have enough attack speed between Alacrity and Blood Rage. If you're in position in the fights to hit the egg, you're going to be fine. The challenge is to ensure... Oh, quick toss there. Just almost got skewered by Kuro. Taiga is still fine, though.
Weehaw on its Death Prophet against Boxy's Invoker mid. So switching up a little bit positioning-wise here. What are your thoughts on the hero versus hero matchup from the mid lane?
Should be DP favored in the start. I think most ranged heroes have an inherent advantage against Invoker on the early levels. His damage is pretty weak. You see he has 50. He had 58 against DP's 74. So that is like playing a melee hero against a melee hero with Quelling Blade. Pretty disadvantageous. But over time, Invoker, as he gets some levels, as he gets the second null, he closes the gap, and then he starts being really obnoxious with the mana burn. But for now, Weehaw should be building a slight advantage as he is. But doesn't look too bad for Boxy though. He's 8-1. It's mainly the denies against 9 and 7. It's a big deny advantage for Weehaw.
We'll see how that lane progresses overall. Do you think this bottom lane is gonna be able to pressure Miracle enough to keep him from just free farming away? It's a Sven Magnus versus Tiny Bloodseeker.
Well, I'm thinking again from the perspective of last game. Last game it was PA Rubik, so this time the boys are beefier, right? Both PA and Rubik were less less beefy, but they also had less play potential against the lane. I would say on Sven Mag, you're not really doing much to Bloodseeker again. So it's kind of similar, but you're harder to kill. Maybe that's enough. I still worry though that they just eventually start harassing Miracle so much that he needs to invest his gold into regen, and once that happens, then then you're still winning the lane by a pretty significant margin. Currently slight lead for Koikva, but Miracle out of regen. Crow has 1 salve, 1 tango. It's not too much to work with.
Top lane, Cinderman. Mind Control has been cutting these waves left, right, and center. Purifying Flames, the second one to come from Insania, is enough to take him out finally. GH dives away. He got 3 waves worth of farm, basically solo. It wasn't solo XP, but got all the last hits. So that's at least a good start from that perspective.
Yeah, that's fine. Even though he dies, he's still top net worth.
Yeah.
It's obviously better if it's avoidable. I didn't see the whole play. I don't know how it started, but cutting with X.
Got a lot of Fairy Fires being popped here. Weeha's going to get tornadoed by Bo3, but there is the Crypt Swarm to finish him off. That must have been like basically exact damage. That was really close. Level 3 Crypt Swarm.
Oh, I thought for a second he was going to get regen there. Oh, you got a haste.
I used my Fairy level 1.
Haste is also really good. He's going to be able to go to base faster and get that refill. Wait, so Bo3 used his Fairy Fire by mistake in base, or what is he saying? Maybe.
Yeah.
He used it by mistake, didn't have it.
He just has to let him know that I would have killed you
Yeah.
if I didn't F it up.
I would have killed you if only I didn't fuck up. Yeah, exactly.
It makes him feel better at the very least. I think that's fine. Up Stormhammer in the bot lane. Taiga is going to get the toss off though for Miracle. Kuroki missing the skewer, but Taiga's still in a lot of trouble. A couple more right clicks would
Blood
suffice.
right in a second. Kuro needs to be careful here.
Miracle continuing to chase. Blood right is going to connect onto both heroes.
Oh no.
And the first to fall is the poor Magnus. Now Miracle finally will get some retribution. It's a 1-for-1, but now Koikva is just going to continue to right click. Yeah, Urn already picked up. Damn, that was really fast. But the deny into neutrals. That is a huge freaking stack. Jesus.
Yeah, that's crazy big. I think Taiga wasn't expecting that he was going to be envisioned there for a Stormhammer, but Miracle somehow found just a brief moment, really. I don't think that would have been more than like a half a second later. He would have been fine. As again, MC will get cut now. That's the one benefit to dying on Tiny.
Bo3 dies again, so this time with the help of both Kuroki and mostly GH. Able to secure this lane for Weeha, who had the Exorcism pops. He's going to be able to do at least a little bit of damage to this tier 1 tower. They're going to pop the fortification, though. Tiger's going to be back in 10 seconds. Yeah. Maybe a slight switch of lanes, potentially. Well, Taiga still has the Avatos available. There's the Blood right to set it up.
Oh, he felt the toss.
Not able to get it off, though. There, finally gets it off into the tier 1 tower. Invoker on his way. Another TP as well, but Weeha not taking that much damage. Cold Snap. Going to keep him in place. Tornado to follow, but it's just not enough damage, at least not yet. But there's the Blood right. There's the setup. Finally, they're able to take out Weeha. It takes the entirety of Team Liquid, essentially, to get this done, with the exception of Mickey in the top lane as a PA.
Interesting to see as well in this game, by the way. They chose to go for the Urn on the Bloodseeker, right? Usually you see Quaswex Invokers loving to get this item to make the play themselves, but might be prioritizing for Bo3 to go in a different direction here, getting maybe a quick Solar Crest for the PA. Wouldn't be surprised to see that come out. Maybe Koikva wants to get the full Spirit Vessel. It's decent this game. You're against DP as well as the Phoenix. I do think it has a lot of value, but currently not eyeing it up. Was queuing up something else together with the Wand and changed his mind.
Mind Control, top lane. Showing off his newly minted Vanguard as in the river, GH and company surrounding Taiga. He's going to get off the Avalanche, but it's getting extremely low, and the Sunray should be enough to finish him off. But will he get denied by Roche? It is not to be this time around, young man. But Mind Control just continue to do the axe thing. You know, this is exactly what you want to do. But now he has that Vanguard to actually tank a lot of this damage now. Still no boots. Doesn't need them. Like, I wished I knew the math on what is worth this for Mind Control. Like, if he knows he's going to die, is this still worth it to get all these waves? Probably. Because now, there's some of the damage coming in as Mickey's coup de grace finally able to proc. Here comes Taiga to help things out. Avatos available as always. And Mind Control will eventually die. It takes them forever to take him out.
And they brought Bo3 for that too. It feels a lot better to die there when Invoker also rotates.
Oh, dive is available.
No crit.
Looks like he'll be fine.
No crit on the dagger. That would have maybe been enough. Well, Taiga's thinking about it. He is thirsted, so he can see the Phoenix.
Toss. Global toss range. Next buff for Tiny, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a tier 1 tower.
Just what we
mid.
need.
I mean, maybe in Dota Imba or something. I mean, Dota Imba apparently had the Sven Axe.
I was going to say
time.
Dota Imba has had more and more of an influence in this game because it's reminding me more and more of it. So,
Sounds like you're a real fan.
yep.
Syndrome.
Definitely need more carries to be 6 slotted minute 20 in your games, guys. Don't, everybody get on board.
What if they gave the same love to your support? This top lane, Mickey is going to get called into the Exorcism, into the Culling Blade, and this looks to be a tier 1 tower as well.
Nigma are doing a much better job this game at just flat out playing their lanes, right? The bottom lane went much better, so this time Miracle is currently top net worth. Weeha's been playing well in both lanes, to be honest. He did well in the last game on Zeus as well. And this time around in the top lane, both, again, GH finding the opportunity to rotate mid, I think twice now on the Phoenix, while Axe is getting very good farm behind that tower. So definitely setting themselves up for a good mid game.
Ooh, Koikva. Try to set up a kill onto Miracle. He's going to have some support both from Insani and Taiga, able to take out the Courier, and that might be where this ends. A little Koikva, Bloodright in another 1 second. Avalanche not going to connect. Mickey is also here. They really want this kill. Miracle is going to pop his ult in tow, though. He's going to get the cleave. Easy kill onto Bloodseeker, and with the support, they should be able to find more. PA is next. Taiga tanking this tower. Doesn't look like Kuroki will be able to finish him off, but
Kids, remember this moment. Remember this moment. This was when Liquid lost this game. Don't forget this moment.
yeah, that was pretty bad.
That did not go well whatsoever. Not only do they fail the kill, they lose 2 cores in the process to basically just Sven pressing all his buttons and killing them. They didn't have Oracle to save the Bloodseeker. He wasn't level 6 yet, understandably so. It's only 9 minutes in. And they kind of just blocked each other there in the trees, so they couldn't run away. And that was a little bit of a mess, to say the least. With that, Miracle should be running away with the net worth graph. 2,000 gold lead over PA minute 10.
Yikes.
That is really, really big. That's the entire gold discrepancy right now is between the carries.
Rupture was used, but like you said, Miracle's like, I have no reason to even move. Like, I'm fine fighting this under the tower. As Mickey is going to find Mind Control into the jungle. Mind Control has a level advantage right now, and the farm advantage over the opposition's position 1. Definitely not a good start here for Liquid. Mid tier 1 is going to be saved, though. Not quite deniable yet. Mind Control does finally have his brown boots, but we'll be going for Blink next.
I just love how Mind Control's playing this game. I think it shows such a good understanding of what role he has. Like, I think a lot of people in this situation are worried about dying. They're like, oh, I'm farmed, I should be careful. He's using his farm to pressure the opponent very effectively. Like, if he dies, it's to 3 or 4 hero rotations, and if they don't rotate, then he's just keeping them from hitting creeps. This is a damn it if you do, damn it if you don't situation. Koikva, nice silence.
The silence will prevent the RP, but the Stormhammer is there regardless. It's the entirety of Team Nigma in this bot lane now. Weeha's Exorcism has already been activated, so this tier 1 tower will at least take heavy damage, if not fall outright. But they're going to use this smoke to initiate onto potentially Insania, but didn't have the vision required to set that up. Still working on their Blink Daggers, of course, as Kuroki might be the sacrificial lamb, as he is mega dead. But like we said, tier 1 tower does fall bot.
Yep.
And in terms of the Battle Fury watch for Mickey, still a ways away. Close to finishing the broadsword, but still has a 1,400 gold claymore to follow. I mean, what minute mark are you usually happy with having a Battle Fury on PA, would you say?
Don't know. I mean, what do you mean by happy? Is it I had free farm happy, or this game was difficult, but I'm happy I got it?
Good enough. Let's say
good enough.
The point of no return where you're like, all right, this was good enough.
I think in this patch, anything after minute 14 is considered slow, I guess. Probably, with this build-up.
Don't have a lot to deal with him. Just Avatos. Look how little damage that does, as Taiga has to be forced to just walk away. Weeha gets the solo kill mid onto the tier 1 tower. So in terms of the tower advantage, it is 3-4-0 at the current point in time. Huge advantage for Nuke. I mean, that's basically their entire net worth lead, is tier 1 towers.
is the tier 1 towers and the fact that Sven has 60% net worth than any other hero in the game. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration, 40%, but you know, that's a lot. 13 minutes in, this is like an alchemist. This is what an alchemist gold distribution will look like if alchemist is having a good game, usually relative to other heroes. So, yep, looking amazing for Nigma right now. This was what might worry you, was if they don't get off to this kind of start, the tempo can just completely outpace them. But now that the laning stage went very well and they have this insane team fight, Liquid are going to be very cautious to fight into them. They need skirmishes, but their Invoker bought a Midas, so your game plan has just changed. You're like, okay, early didn't go the way we wanted. We need to scale now. We need to slow it down a bit, push out the lanes, don't look for fights.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be difficult to pull off, though. Sven monster is coming for you pretty soon.
Yeah, and his lead is still ginormous. Has the Echo Saber with the Mask of Madness. Going for the BKB first before the Aghanim Scepter. I mean, they're going to have the initiation of Mind Control, who will have Blink Dagger very, very shortly. So perhaps doesn't really need to prioritize the Ags quite yet. I mean, there is a lot of magic damage from Invoker and Tiny alone. This tier 1 tower bottom is still going to survive, and it looks like Nigma wants to defend it if they end up trying to prioritize that, but you can see Liquid smoking into their own jungle. There's the Atos reveal. Looks to be a kill onto Kuroki one way or the other. They find it pretty easily. Miracles can pop that hole. 3 shots, Taiga. Good Lord Almighty. Mind Control with a nice Berserker's Call. And there's the cleave continuing to come. The Culling Blade through the False Promise. Didn't really talk about that interaction, but that works wonders. 4 for 1 in favor of Team Nigma. Whew. And now Stormhammer dispels enemies. It's been picked up from Miracles, so Yules will not really help them out in any way. Not that they have one. They definitely can.
Yeah, it also dispels Fate's Edict, which could turn out to be interesting, right? It doesn't dispel it on himself, but it dispels it on the target. So if somebody is getting saved from, say, Phoenix Sunray or yeah, just some magic damage, random magic damage coming out from DP or the Magnus, whatever it is, you can get rid of that Edict defensively as well. Although most of the time Insania will probably be hoping to press it onto Sven. However, you know, the cast range isn't the greatest, and usually when you're Oracle and you show yourself to Sven, you get one shot because Sven's very big and then you die. So, gotta be pretty careful with that. Fortunately, you can itemize against Sven by buying all sorts of defensive items like Yules, Ghost Scepter. Lol, just kidding, don't buy them, you're gonna die anyway, you're just fucked. Like, good luck, you know? Don't show yourself to Sven for the rest of the game. Stand really far behind and wait for someone else to get jumped. I mean, obviously, this is a little bit of a, you know, you have to play it.
Top lane, Mind Control, he's going to get ruptured and tossed. There's the combo, attempting to TP out, but will not be successful. So Liquid finding a little bit of that juice from game 1. They just need to do that 10 more times to get back into this game. I mean, this is a monumental lead for Nigma.
Definitely
16-minute mark, 6k net worth lead, and most of that is on Sven, it feels like. Bloodseeker looks like he'll get initiated with a nice tornado from Bo3 onto really 3, and that'll save Koikva at the very least and break up this fight entirely.
I mean, I'm obviously, you know, I'm half kidding with the Sven thing, right? We've seen a lot of games where it's crazy, but what you need to keep in mind in this game is that positioning really is paramount against Sven. It is the one primary way you can solve a super farmed Sven is by having a save hero and having really good positioning. You have counterplays to Sven in this game until he gets... I mean, he has the BKB, but then at least he doesn't have the Ags yet, right? When he gets the whole package, it gets difficult. When he has BKB and Ags, whichever one of the two he has, but not the other one, you have solutions. If he has Ags, you can tornado him instantly when he lands, or you can save the target of the stun with the Oracle. If he has BKB only, he doesn't follow, and then you can counterplay once again with an Oracle save. You can maybe, you know, some of your heroes can flat out just escape. Like, you have Bloodseeker who can be fast, Invoker can Ghost Walk. Maybe you have some cute toss saves, whatever it is. PA.
Insania is dead. Just wanted to update you on that.
Thank you.
As Nigma able to take the Aegis, put it on Miracle. And like you said, does have that 10-second BKB and just not working on the Aghanim Scepter. Top lane. Taiga attempting to get out of dodge, but the egg is able to finish him off. Mickey does get the trade, but not able to take out the egg himself. With that GH. Oh, okay, Atos into the blood right. Looks like it will be in time, but here comes Miracle. Big boy in tow. There's the Stormhammer.
No miss.
All right.
What level
Yeah,
is
that
Blur?
definitely
Level
helps.
2. Okay, I mean...
Okay, yeah, he's not a high level then. But it looks like Miracle and company should be able to clean up Koifa
Nice
pretty
spell
easily.
combo
Although the
there.
Tornado, again, very nicely done. And with that, Koifa will live.
Actually, super sick save there. That was a very good spell combo from Liquid, but they do lose their PA. That's the big kill. Miracle is waiting.
Yeah,
Scared away
one-man
Tiny
army.
from completing that TP. He has
God's
Aegis.
strength
He's
still
not
up.
really scared of anything.
And this will be a tier 2 now. So the tower advantage continues to grow. Liquid did get that one tier 1 bot, but that's pretty much it in terms of building damage overall. And now with that, Nigma able to take this outpost pretty early. Probably
Grab
will be able to secure this
themselves-
to the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, that's really big. It's just another thing to add to the pile of things Nigma are doing right in this game is getting this tower with that Aegis. Just keep on expanding that lead and the map control that they have. They've just hit another critical timing. They got level 12 on Phoenix. Usually, I would say for this dire lineup, there's tools and ways of killing the egg, but it just feels really difficult with the state of the game. GH can egg very aggressively. If they try to go for it, there's going to be a Stormhammer with eggs soon. There's going to be an Axe Blink call that you need to deal with. You need to deal with a Blink RP. The many ways they have of protecting this egg makes it almost always just a flat-out hard disengage for Liquid, and that's tough. And it means if you get jumped by any of these stuns, the egg feels safe to follow through.
Ghost
Oh,
Scepter
good
is
call.
going to save Bo3 for now, or I should say Koifa, but not for long. A 2-for-0 into the tier 2. And yeah, I just can't see, I mean, even from itemization standpoint, you talked about an Invoker having to go to Midas to try and catch up, but that's not going to pay off for quite a while. And then from Mickey's perspective, does have the Battle Fury, will be going for Deso, but we've been seeing him just melt regardless of the damage he's outputting. This is another one of those types, like we talked about it last game where you thought it was still fine. Like this game, do you think that it's still right to go for the damage over trying to survive? But maybe even with BKB, it's not going to make much of a difference against Miracle, who's this ridiculously farmed right now.
I think you have to wipe Deso.
BKB popped on Miracle, Taiga dead. And mid-racks
30.
to follow. God Strength still activated right now. And the 20-minute racks is Nigma's. And with all these towers on, especially the top lane, they could technically go for a second lane if they wanted to, but obviously with God Strength now
Wait
down,
for GDS. Just chill.
Nexus is another 70 seconds.
Miracles. Axe is flying
Did you
out to
just
him.
say, did you say GS?
GDS.
GDS.
Yeah.
It feels like it's longer than saying God Strength. Just as
Is it?
long.
I don't know. I think it's mainly a thing in the CIS community, actually, to call it GDS. I think that's what... I don't know why
That sounds like
that
a
is.
performance-enhancing drug. I mean, I guess.
I mean,
kinda
it's pretty
works that way
accurate for Sven, to be honest. It is full-on doping mode. You get enraged, too. I think that's one of the side effects. I think it's fair enough. Mask of
Foam coming
Madness
from the
and
mouth.
doping? Dude, it is out of control,
Yeah,
man. He is
That's true. That's a good point.
full-on
Alright, I'm okay
rabies
with it then.
mode.
Uh-oh, Bo3's found out. And I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say that he is dead. Let's see if I'm correct, Cinderin. Yup.
Nice,
Mind
you
Control
were right
not
today.
able to chop him down, though. Hey, I was right once earlier as well. You
Alright,
commended
that's a
me.
personal best.
Don't
2 in
forget
1
it.
day. Oh, and Sanya. Whee!
He is also dead. I'm going to call it now. There we go.
Correct.
3 times. I'm just going to do this the rest of the game.
Damn, you can get so many predictions right in the game if you say people that get jumped by Sven will die. That's actually incredible.
Nope. Top
What do you
lane,
think?
though.
If Tiger gets jumped by
Rupture!
Sven, do you think he's gonna die? Oh,
Mind Control looks to be
think
fine for
Koifa is
now,
dead.
Cinderin. Yes. Very good. Wherever Miracle goes, people die. Mind Control is going to live. We'll go out on a limb here and say Mind Control is also dead, Cinderin. God, I'm good. Man, we as a team, we're 100% accurate on calling who's going to die this game. I think
Yeah.
that should not be forgotten.
I'm 150% and you're 50, so we average out to 100. That's true.
Yeah, that's definitely how math works. Miracle Aegis has been consumed
Yeah,
by
it actually
Roshan
is.
himself. Now, here's a real lore question: is we're gonna wait for Mickey to get destroyed by Miracle, but Insania is there with the save. Insania will likely die as a result of this. Indeed, that is the case. Now, the question is, can Miracle go through this false
help
promise?
him.
It doesn't matter. Jesus,
help him,
horse!
Boxy.
Just cleave off those creeps. Thank you, Miracle. This game is not even remotely close. Good
Foxy, why
God.
did you have to go and try to help?
GG is called.
I mean... Oh,
Sven
my
in a
God.
nutshell, ladies and gentlemen.
Shannon, 3-game series. We haven't had that in this tournament so far. Every series we've had has been a 2-0 beatdown.
Yeah, but
This has been a
really
1-1
count as a game.
beatdown.
This is
We've had
not a
1-1
game.
beatdown. I got absolutely